Bonjour, ça va, hello, how are you? Friday 8th of February, we've just come back from our winter break in the UK. Yes, the house is still demolished. No one came and built it magically for me whilst I was away. Right, the digger is back. So, it's going to be a boring video to start with. I'm just literally going to do what I was doing in the last video. Start clearing the rest of the waste down there, getting all this ground prepped ready for later on. Yeah, I'll just place the camera somewhere and watch high speed action. Right, that's this side of the house all cleared, and I scraped the main base, so that's had a scrape off, and this whole pile is now down there. I've just been clearing this ready to expose the footings. Might get the breaker and break all this up. I need to check the footings. There's no point building a house on footings I'm unsure of. I have said in previous videos about that, but next job is we've got all this along here. Like I said, we're keeping this in to bring the ground level up. It's just as good as hardcore. So I'll get rid of all this along here. That'd be the next job. It's just getting towards the end of the day, so I'm just going to clear this last bit, and then I'll call it a day. Next video clip will be me clearing that little waste area over there where the extension is. I lied, this is not the next clip digging over there. So when I was clearing over here, I was going with the grading bucket along, and I hit the foundations on this little extension. It was very loose, shall we say. So yeah, I've dug up all the footings and all the flooring of that extension. It was going to happen anyway, but the worrying thing is, it started off about a foot's worth of footings, but they weren't even really in the ground. And as we got towards the end, this is what I'm worried about. It's just been so badly built. No DPM, which is your damp proof membrane. This is how thick the floor is. We've got 50mm of concrete and then a tiled floor, and then straight to mud. So if that's like that, I'm really concerned how bad that is. So I think what I'm going to do is get my spade out, dig down there, investigate. If there's a decent, enough footing, then we'll carry on and we'll build on top. But if there isn't, I think the only alternative is we're going to have to dig the footings up and redo them at a deeper depth. Because like I said, you can't invest tens of thousands of pounds and build a house on, a precarious footing. Around here, the concrete was just terrible. It was like a cup full of cement to 20 shovelfuls. Yeah, this. So look, watch. Like, that's supposed to be concrete. Not good. Right, I will investigate further tomorrow. I'm definitely going now. Right, another lovely day down at this old French house. Right, so from that earlier clip, like I said, I dug up where the small extension was. I've now cleared all of that away. That took quite a long time actually, there was a lot more than I thought. So that's down there, we're getting quite the pile down there, which is quite good in a way, because when we have ramblers walking by they could actually see up into the garden, whereas with us raising it all down there it makes it a little bit more private, which is lovely. Right, I have an extremely long drill bit. We are going to test to see how far these footings go down. Now, as I said earlier in the video, there were pretty much non-existent footings for this section I'm standing in. I don't hold much hope. I think the reality is we are going to be digging up the footings. If you look down like this, you know, this is block work, and then this looks like the footing here. So what I'm going to do is drill down at an angle and we'll see what happens. That's actually surprisingly sounding quite positive. You know, what's that? 2, 4, that's nearly 400 down, and I'm hitting concrete, so I think what I'll do is I'll get a spade and we'll dig down and we'll check it properly, but I'm surprised at that. Wow, someone did something right. Right, I went around inspecting the rest of the footings. Not too bad, it does seem like there's a fair bit of depth to it. I haven't got my spade on me unfortunately, so I'll do that tomorrow. So I'm going to get rid of that mound, move it down there, dig that hedge out, clear the rest of that there, just prep this area a little bit more, and then I think I need to make a phone call. There's a digger driver local. It's just too time consuming in this little digger. It'd be money well spent to get a big digger in, grade all the land, dig the footings. Sometimes you've got to spend money, it makes sense. Right, I'll continue moving that down to the bottom of the garden. That is sodden, making the digger work hard. Right, that's that big pile of mud that was there, all gone now, down there. What I'm going to do later on is I'm not worrying too much, just roughly put it down there and we'll grade all that and sort it out later. Like I said, unfortunately that bush is going to have to go, because we want full access around the whole house and it's a bit too close, which is a shame, but we are trying to keep anything that's worthwhile keeping. Same again, that tree is right in the way for what we want to do at a later date, so that's got to go. The plan is get rid of this bush and then I'm going to get the digger in and sweep along that way, level it all off. There's a big ditch down there, it's actually an old randonnée, which is a byway, but it's already been filled in, so I'm thinking sod it, I'll fill it in some more. So yep, I'm going to grade all that, chuck it all in there, and yeah, then that's this area ready to start digging down, ready for the footings. Right, that's that all sorted. I'll just now do the boring bit of digging the roots up, which looks like it's not going to be too big a job. it's not going to come up easily. There's a slab of concrete right next to it, and it's being stubborn, so I'm just going to clear that area over there now. So I ran out of data yesterday when I was filming, so that cut the video short, but I carried on working. So I think the last clip was filming over here. We've just cleared this area just to get it all sorted, and then what I did was, this is where the extension's going, so I've just roughly brought it across sort of level so I can stake it out and ping a line. Moved all the earth to there. I'm now just going to give the digger a little bit of a grease up, because it's always important to look after your gear. So I'm just going to get that done, and I'll be back in the digger, get that massive pile of earth moved down there. Over here, I think I'm going to knock all this down and just start again. The plan is to treat that as a foundation and work off of it. So we'll put concrete blocks up until the damp proof level, and then we'll go to the Porthorn blocks on top of that. So I'll get this all sorted. Another lovely day. Let's crack on.